It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see the dynamic Michael Penix Jr. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Falcons and the Texans, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin, it's Bijan Robinson. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Robinson with another carry. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Stroud sets up the play action. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And Stroud now to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, is number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Quick, right? No.
Stroud to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's Penix. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down to the 41. The Falcons at 9-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Dumps this one off to Algier. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Robinson on a give right side. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw, Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Penix. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see it.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud looking to throw. Another one caught by Collins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Stroud off the play fake. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll throw with Penix. And he rifles one incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And looking to throw, Penix. That's taken in by Franklin. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Play action. Here's Stroud. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long. And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right.
Now Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Stroud. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
All right.
Here's Stroud.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll complete this one to Collins. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the posts. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So we reach halftime here, and it's only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30.
Here we go, let's go.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Finds Pickens outright. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
12.
Stroud completes this out wide. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Second down and 8.
Uno.
And Stroud now to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Again, it's Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 36, Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Throwing now is Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go play action here with Penix. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back now in Houston, it's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Handoff now to Robinson.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Stroud looking to throw. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll throw with Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On the give, here's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
On third down, Penix from the gun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run with Robinson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw with Penix. Forced out to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
As we've prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
Now Stroud. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, let's go.
Stroud. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stroud. That one into the hands of Flowers. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Stroud will look to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being it. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Ku able to connect on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
To the air, Penix. That pass complete to Moore. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.